Hey guys, it's Ed Marie. So let me just say before I get started with my story that I live on the East Coast, and today, which is the day after Christmas, it was like almost 70 degrees outside. Like, I have no idea what in the world is going on, but it's like hot outside. Um, anyways, so I had a cavity in my mouth. It's the second one I've ever had in my life. The first one that I got filled a couple of years ago, I went to a different dentist than the one that I currently went to. And so I went in for a cleaning like a couple of weeks ago, and they saw that I had a cavity, so I scheduled to have it filled. Now, when I got there, like I was talking to the dentist, and he didn't even really say anything to me. Like I was trying to make small talk and he wasn't really saying anything to me, but he gave me the Novocaine and my cheek got numb. But when he started to drill, I felt it. Like I felt everything. And so I was like, ow. And so he said, you can feel that. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, well, does it just feel like cold air? Because the assistant was blowing like cold air into my mouth. And I was like, no, I can feel it. So he gave me a little bit more, Novocaine, just a little bit more. And just like literally waited 30 seconds and then started to drill again. And I could still feel it. And I was like, ow. And he was like, you can feel that. And I was like, yeah, I can feel that. And they asked me what it felt like. And it felt like, you know how if you eat something and or if you have like sensitivity in your teeth and you eat something and it's too cold and it's like this sharp, cold pain on your tooth. It was like that when he was drilling, but like a more extreme version of that, and it was isolated to where the drill was going. Like I could feel that that's where it was. But so he continued. He like had to stop every time I said "ow," and he continued to do it. I didn't have a deep cavity. It was very shallow, so it didn't take that long. But basically, I should have had this done without any Novocaine at all because I felt the entire thing. And then they filled it. And when I left there, I called, my dad and told him about it, and my dad was all upset. And he said that he like missed that basically the dentist missed the area that he was supposed to give me the Novocaine. Because about 30-40 minutes later, only my cheek was numb. My gums weren't numb. None of the inside of my mouth was numb. It was like he just numbed my cheek. Like I could feel it here and then like in my chin, but the cavity was all the way in the back at the top. And so I told my dad about it, and yeah, he said that he must have missed the area and he was really upset. But I've never had that happen before. Like, have any of you ever had that happen? Like, you went to the dentist to get numbed and they're drilling in your mouth or whatever, and you can still feel everything. Thank goodness that I wasn't getting like a tooth pulled or something, because I would have felt that entire thing. So after that, like a day later, like on the inside of my cheek, there was like swelling, and it hurt where he gave me the injection, which I did not have last time that I had my cavity filled. And it was sore for like 2 days, but it was like swollen on the inside where he injected it, and it was really sensitive. Like I couldn't eat on that side of my mouth. And then the next day it was still like it was achy, like my cheek was aching. And then it went away. Like on the third and fourth day, it started to go away. But it's just like, that stuff's not supposed to happen. And I'm not going back there again. I'm going to go somewhere else because I take my kids to the orthodontist there, which is, they're two separate businesses in the same building. And the orthodontist people, like, they really know what they're doing. But this dentist was just, I don't know, it was a really, really bad experience. It's like one of those, horror stories why people are afraid to go to the dentist. Because I was like kicking my leg and I was like, every single time that he drilled in my mouth. It was so miserable. I can't believe that any of that happened. If any of that has happened to any of you, let me know, because that's just, I feel like this is not normal. Like, that's not supposed to happen. And are they supposed to, like, still be, trying to drill in your mouth? I realize they can't just leave it open once they start drilling, but it just, the whole situation seemed really wrong. I don't know. So that is my dentist horror story. It was absolutely miserable, and before, like, during and after, it was just terrible. Like, the side of my mouth was sore. So terrible. Anyways, just catching you guys up. I hope everyone had a really good Christmas. Let me know if you've had any dentist horror stories, and I'll see you guys next time.